Hello. Hello. Uh, that was the first word to come out of my mouth, so it came out pretty bad. Oh, hold on, I have some trash really quick. Get rid of it. Alright. Alright, alright. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. 17 lunatic and JP. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Classic. Alright. I'm still kind of tired. My sleep's a little off, but I'm a lot less tired than yesterday. I don't know why, maybe I'm used to it. I have some orange juice. Alright. Load. Okay, we need to do the tips. New tips. Yes, yes, yeah. Yeah. It was a lot and we didn't do it. So we're gonna just do another chapter today and then those tips as well. Tip too much. From the scrapbook one. Wait, what are these? Oh, I see. Okay, there's quite a bit. New rank 1 has to be out of secret ball on team 2. That's nice. Oyashiro-sama's curse. In the ancient Onigafuchi village, the anger of Oyashiro-sama, his curse, was feared above all. However, it is seldom stated anywhere what eventually happens, and what sort of divine judgment curse befalls him when Oyashiro-sama is angry. From various reports, all hell will break loose. That's nice. Demons will come flooding out. The miasma from hell will flood outward and kill every villager, letting not a single one escape. It doesn't seem like a nice guardian deity if these are the consequences. You know what I mean? Ones evoking images of the village being annihilated stand out the most. These terrifying ideas of divine punishment are in alignment with many other religious beliefs regarding the apocalypse. Hell. The best lunatics are Erika Baro since it's dual Erika. Oh, okay. Well, better than Adisubaro. How do they handle how do they handle part 1 without Arisubaro? And it's easy to imagine that there are just ways of convincing people to obey the teachings in order to prevent such an end. The conditions for inciting Oyashiro-sama's wrath are likely the same as the taboos in Onigafuchi village. I believe that when an act was performed that violates one of these taboos, Oyashiro-sama was termed angry. Dual Arisu? Wait, what do you mean dual Arisu? Oh, Maris and Arisu. Okay, so the Maris, okay. I thought that was kind of just a meme because Kevin told me that Maris doesn't do that much. I guess you just do enough with Battle Arisu to where Maris isn't too much. How much Maris is there? Like what's the damage ratio per team? Alright. And in order to quell his anger, they would perform the aforementioned sacrificial ritual. Can Maris actually break the shell? I think so. I've seen Maris be used in a lot of them. Oh, these tips are short. I could have done this yesterday. I guess it doesn't really make a difference for today. Capture seems kind of weird. Not really. Maybe I'm seeing. When I open V-Bridge, my frame rate drops so hard. Yeah, how many lunatic clears? Human sacrifice ritual. Sacrifice ritual is a simple drowning involving plunging sacrifices into Onigafuchi swamp, which was considered hallowed. The new rank 1 in general. Okay, so actually, I don't want to show Discord DMs over this, or just Discord over this. So it's still okay. Same part 1. It requires Konaka, Ritsu, and Koyuki in team 2. 17 Luna clears is still outrageously low. This is going to be outrageously low regardless, just because his boss is an outrageously ridiculous. Rena Akane Mutsuki, okay. So there's still a 5-pan. Yeah, double Erica there. Okay. I mean, the Toki though. Yeah, well, so JP kind of, I know. At that point, just don't Luna. At this point, the final Luna clear count will be less than 50. Yeah, probably. And that would that means it's gonna be like 2 or 3 in every global server. Like usually, well, it depends. At least NA there'll be like 2 or 3 at that point. Probably be just the normal kaiju's and that. Of the rituals of Onagafuchi village, this one was unique in that the sacrifice would sink slowly over the long course of 3 days and 3. I believe that it wasn't so much the killing of the sacrifice that was important, rather the symbolism of them sinking as the submerging of Oyashiro-sama's anger. For that purpose, they must have had a passion for learning various methods for keeping the sacrifice from sinking too quickly to force them to sink more slowly. You're gonna have less than 10, because I know that like 3 or 5 people that will roll for every instant. I know, right? Who's insane enough to spend 2k kilo? Terminal. Yeah. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell from the records, those methods were not recorded. Me? I'm not spending 2k. Ari, you're a bigger whale than me, and you're not even gonna do it. Right? Are you gonna do it? I thought so that they may have used logs or some similar material to create a raft. The crab rage is invigorating. Terminal illness? You're talking about yourself or me? Or both? Both would probably make. And set up a scaffold on there, hung the sacrifice up with ropes, and let them sink little by little over time into the swamp. That's nice. I like how everybody's mad. Well, yeah, I mean it literally is unnecessarily ridiculous. Like I think this is the hot take. I think it's better to make a boss shit or easy than shit or hard. Like Bina is like this is like inverse Bina. But at least with Bina, you just kind of go, well, you know, it is what it is. With this, it's like, oh, this is fucked. Nagu's Kate already confirmed. I know what I mean. You see them in about Torba? I barely saw like right before start. I got on my PC 4 minutes before stream started. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that with that. Basically, I'm gonna probably very likely have the UE60 Odyssey. Just because I can force it with my Ligma. It's gonna suck if I have to, but yeah. Yeah, I figured you just woke up. Yeah, I was up late again. I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my friend. Facebook users don't understand how much you have to spend for this one Luna clear. Do Facebook users even do Luna? I thought so too until I got none in 400. Hey man. Yeah. I thought so that they may have used logs or some similar material to create a raft to set up scaffold. Oh yeah, I already read that one. However, if that were the case, it would not be strange if the ritual implements used for such a ceremony were honored as holy enshrined somewhere. They do extremes in most, and they think this boss deserves Luna. Philippines difficulty, exactly. It's Philippines difficulty. It's just stupid that this boss on tournament requires 2 U60 units to resplit. I agree. Yeah. I just can do it. Just torment. And the fact that Bina on Lunatic doesn't require UE60, that's what's really funny. That's the funniest. Implements used for the ritual. Ritual tools utilized for ancient religious ceremonies are commonly referred to as implements or ritual implements. And even now, some of them are enshrined on the property of Furude Shrine and the three families. The Torment shouldn't be like it. It's kind of ridiculous. Torment's feeling like Luna. Ignore Luna. Be like, oh, this is the Luna. However, the identifiable tools are all decorative, and none appear to have been used in rituals governing the dark side of Onigafuchi village. As the Edo era came to a close and many traditional rituals were lost, they were lost as well. Or perhaps buried in the darkness. I don't believe so. All lunatic clears are whales. I mean, they have to be. And enough crap. Nipa! Okay, Bina Insane clear. I can blink on a Bina Insane and he's dead. Like, no joke, you blink and he's dead. Nipa is better game than Whale Archive? Well, yeah. Both the implements used on the night of the feast of Onikakushi and those used during the sacrificial ceremonies must still exist, enshrined away from the eyes of the masses. Without a doubt, they exist here today, at this very moment in Hinamizawa. Hina clears Insane Yasad. I mean, Yasad, like, I have a hard time judging Yasad because it's very much like a rhythmic boss. It's like you do it the right order and it's actually not hard. I like Yasad. Mostly because of the Wakamo bug. Also, I'm nearly certain where they've been enshrined. But it was once locked steadfastly has, for some reason, changed this year to a cheap-looking padlock. He may be able to do something about such a lock. Ooh. However, it was not far from the assembly hall, nor is it even far from the presence of people. Or nor is it ever far from the presence of people. I can't read, guys. However, I would not give up. The night when it becomes a blind spot to every villager in Hinamizawa is coming soon. Soon, it will be Watanagashi. Casual FTP should stick to Torment. I don't think casuals build Izuna in 2026, Mr. Facebook users. Damn. I'd say like a very like early casual player would, yeah. I believe this is Blasphemy. She's cute as fuck. She's kind of useless, but you know. Actually, I think the Izuna implementation is probably like the most like good thing about this. The fact that base Izuna is being used, that is the only good thing about Kanibas. Because I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I'll build up my Izuna. You know what I mean? Like that, I'm chill with. Alright, soon it will be Watanagashi. Nin. 5-star Izuna, but never bother getting UE30. Damn. Someone hates Nin. Did I do this one? Or did I just do the second one there? Oh, no, I did do that. Yeah, oopsies. Before you using a fine for Torment Luna TBH? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so, like, I'll probably get mine to 50. I think mine's already 40. I could check, but I think mine's 40. But I mean, there's no harm in doing more. It was forced to build Izuna, or I didn't get to clear Shirokuro Buu Torment. What? Oh, you did that team? You didn't Maris crit? Maris crit was so easy, though. Current is based on damaged out. Sometimes it's not ready, sometimes it is. Yeah. Rabble. Are you or not already? Tomorrow is a real thing. Gonna be partying until morning, until the very end of it. Got it? End of it, I'll get it. Got it, I'll give it everything I've got. Wahaha! Alright then, youth is the greatest. Good work, everyone. Tomorrow is Watanagashi at last. Let's get some shut-eye in and save our energy for tomorrow night. UE40 isn't a no problem building crane. Nice. Using a basic crit molded? Oh god. Tomorrow was finally Watanagashi. Festivals are split into 2 groups. Those who enjoy them and those who support them. Bora, if you UE60 or Haruka and Bond 50 her, you're gonna make so much fucking bank on this boss. It's actually ridiculous. You like you just whacked the boss, daddy. Damn. This is split into 2 groups, those who enjoy them and those who support them. The former only need prepare their minds, but the latter needs not only that, but also painstakingly crafted plans and preliminary arrangements. I'm familiar with the what's it called? Festivals department. While the general majority attending goes about enjoying the festival without a care in the world, will be strained the whole way through. Why? Sure as hell no. Why? Because the beer after everything's over is the best damn beer you'll ever have. Damn. Times like this, it's best to have energetic, physically fit people. It wouldn't be worth it if you didn't do your best until the end. Enjoyed it the whole way. Pretty sure you step for Kani Boss Tournament? I mean, technically none of us are, since like there's 3 units we still need to get before then. Like we need our actually let me see what the best tournaments look now. I have a tab for it. I guess I can find a tab. There it is. Alright, this motherfucker. How are we looking? Any? What? Oh yes, odd. Whoopsies. Duramu. Where is it? Oh, Dorama. Gani. Alright. This how it looking now. The Amy team's better now? That's good then. Okay, or bad. 40 mil isn't happy unless you got Amy and Koyuki though. The Koyuki, no, this one's Koyuki-less. I guess it's not 40 mil. You're comfy player though. So you 3-panning? Or you just like body throwing? I guess it's probably a comfy 4-pan. How good does this Amy need to be? Let's see. May I see it? I'm gonna press tab it all, or press escape it all. Oh, right here. Okay. That's an Amy. Alright, yeah. The 3997 is what you did. This one? Oh, I see. Yeah, so you did this one with the Nico. You can do it with Otogi. You don't need Amy. That's what I thought. Yeah, it'll be a little easier. Yeah, your Togi doesn't need to be as good, right? Oh, that's another Amy. Where's the Otogi one? Right here. Yeah, this is just probably what it's gonna be like. I mean, how good does Otogi need to be? AUE 40? That should be not bad. And Kurumi doesn't need to be like crazy strong either. She could just be gotten. I do need to get what's her name? Nico. They have infinite Ligma apparently. I know, right? When you pull on every banner, you get more Ligma. Yeah, alright. You're 30 Kurumi. Oh, does you need Kurumi to be UE 30? Or do you mean Nico? Yeah, I know the UE 60 Harukabaro, yeah. But Kurumi needs to be UE 30, are you serious? On Torment? Is that for real? That to me is the most ridiculous about that. Anyway, It wouldn't be worth it if you didn't do your best till the end. Enjoyed it the whole way. Be UE30 for Kaiten, so she's UE30 lol. Oh, okay. That's still kind of shit. What about Nico? Does Nico need to be anything at all? Oh, he's here. Oishi-san came in. Everyone hurried to stand up. Hello everyone, excellent work out there. You can be at ease. Thank you, sir. Not even my seniors, who usually talk big about themselves, can hold a candle to Oishi-san. Did with Nico 4-star, but it's less moldy with UE40. Yeah, I'll see how lucky I get. I think if I don't get lucky with those pulls, I'll just, Kurumi UE30. But if Adesu's UE16, Nico could be 4. Okay, yeah. I see. Okay. I'll see. Stop that. And my seniors who usually talk big about themselves can hold the candle to Oishi-san. We all bow as if we were one of those cheering squads of old. Kurumi UE30 is non-negotiable. Oh, he said it is for Kaiten, so I'll probably already have her like that anyway. Kuraudo Oishi. A detective just waiting to retire. One who doesn't pay much mind to rules and regulations and doesn't do much in the way of real work. Based? It looks like a rotten old man with a penchant for dirty jokes. Yeah. My seniors, though, tell me he was a real fighter in his younger days, and that he may or may not have quite a heroic legend trailing behind him. Anyway, he surely had much more dignity and presence in the room than the section chief who came in with him. To the point where you can let her natty tank the tank buster and she lives with 10 HP. Or 10%, I see. 4-star probably dies. Everyone, I really thank you for your hard work on the preparations for the festival tomorrow. Everyone present stands upright and lends their ear to the chief's directions. We're on heavy alert for any thrill-seeking criminals expecting another incident like last year. Top incident is still rank 5.3k in G. That's crazy. I need all of you to focus your energy as much as possible in your mission to prevent any crimes from happening. Yeah, sure. Of course, it'd be best if nothing happened. However, everyone, assume that an incident will in fact occur. Prevention is number one, but it probably won't be enough. This year too, someone will die and someone will disappear. There's really no doubt about it. Everyone apart from the section chief smiled painfully. Oishi-san, that won't do. We need to be more serious about this. The important part isn't to get past the night of the festival. It's to be able to quickly, swiftly, and aggressively pursue whatever does happen tomorrow night. I won't tolerate anything less than your best. Clench those cheeks. Insane would be top 200 on Asia. Yeah. Yep, that'd be funny. It's gonna be like a couple hundred torment clears and like 1 Luna. That's the thing, is it's gonna look like guys, mark my words, when this is in global, it's gonna look like the biggest fucking joke ever. That's the thing. Like in JP, there's mega whales. There's obviously some in like all the global servers, but there's not as many. So when this is implemented there, it's gonna look like a meme. It's gonna be a meme for global people. Yeah. Torment's not a torment. If Torment was lunatic, then it'd be fair. You know what I mean? Imagine hardcore being on plat. That might happen. Nah, it's probably extreme. The extreme's so easy that it's probably just gonna be tons of extreme. 1 Luna, Sasuga's I'm totally feeling that, but baby stole Asia Luna clear. Exactly. I won't tolerate anything less than your best. Clench those cheeks. We're gonna rip all the skin off the ghost of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Yeah. Body filled and torment a little, especially part 2. Part 1's the only fair part. I see. Alright, next one. Oh, I probably should have saved. It doesn't matter though. I really meant to say things differently. I really didn't want to feel this way. Miscommunication drove in the wedge. Those stuck in apprehension driven to fear. Okay. Nobody can stop it now, as cold hard emotion claws deeply and cruelly at my bared heart. Watanagashi. Is it Watanagashi? I could Watanagashi. Probably be like Watanagashi. Because they're not really metered, so. Oh, I didn't read that. What'd that say? I didn't know that. I thought since I had to click for the other ones that I didn't have to. Oh well. The rank 1 borrow posted as a speedrun. Notice the Erica borrow? Yeah. I did. Ah. It's Ch.2. Good morning, good morning. Rena was ecstatically waving her arms at me, already brimming with energy. They mean good morning. It's already evening. Just say hello or something. But it's the first time I've seen you today, so I think good morning is right. It's right. Got it, I got it. Okay then. Good morning it is. Good morning, Rena. I grabbed Rena's head and rubbed it with my hand. Damn. She's squaring, reveling in the motion like a cat. Damn. Hey, Kei-chan. Sorry about yesterday. I left without telling you. Ah, no, it's my fault. Sorry for making you wait so long. Are you talking about setting up for the festival yesterday? How was it, Keiichi-kun? Did you do your job properly? The slight muscle pain throughout my body and my sluggish movements were already obvious. I did great. I'm pretty worn out now though. She asked him. I grinned dryly and the three of us break into laughter. Where are Satoko and Miki-chan? Are we meeting up with them at the festival? Yep. Miki-chan's actually been there since yesterday because she has such an important job. I think Satoko-chan stayed with her, so they're already at the shrine. I just remembered. Today was Suriki-chan's big performance. She'd been practicing especially hard for this today. As her friend, I needed to make sure I went and cheered her on. Alright, let's go right away. Yeah! As we got closer to the shrine, we started passing by more people and seeing a lot of parked cars. It began to get noisier too. I thought I could hear something like a Bond dance song. Not being able to restrain my impatience, I dashed up the entire flight of stone stairs. Keiichi-kun, you're going too fast, wait for me! Fuck, Mary, kill, Rena, Mion, Nipa. Mary, Rena, kill Mion, fuck Nipa. Or maybe fuck Rena and marry Nipa. That might be better, actually. I gave that more thought. It's hard to say. Kinda based? What if Mion comes with Shion? Shion's kind of a bitch. Like, as much as I like... Oh, 2-for-1 combo meal? Oh, I see. 2 hags are still hags, you know what I mean? Does this say... KK is calling? Wait, what the fuck? Why is it... What is this pop-up ad? I want to answer. Damn. What is this? Why do I see... Why do I see Aru Superb Saiyan subtitles on here? Oh, these videos? Or what are these? And what if I click on this? Look at the statistics of the top score. Aru is #1 lol. The overall statistics? What is this for? Statistics. Okay. Don't forget to answer case call about. Gotta keep track of whale scores in all servers. Register players. Wait. Who is like are these registered? Like, wait, Denmark? I know Denmark. George Floyd. I know Fur Dog. Wait, like, who decides what's on here? Oh, it's on the Stratona's Discord server? Okay. There's a site for that. Isn't the statistics and the top player scorers? These are just entries, okay. Top 50 scores joined in their club. Oh. Oh, so is there club like throughout every region? That's what would make it make sense. That was just like, why do I see Subvitals and Aru Supremacy in there? Yeah, my club has a similar thing, except it's simply just a collage. If we joined one of their clubs, we would have made it top 50 in Chitin. I would have probably been... Wait, hold on. What was my Chitin score? Here, I'm gonna open Blue Archive real quick just to see. What would I have been? I don't want to join the club because I like my club, but still, it would be kind of funny. Oh yeah, Mint's also doing another RC stream, it looks like. Subvitals. Well, I'm checking it. Oh, I still need to do PvP for today. Sadly off stream. You hate GA without Campati Albo reference. Yeah, what was my score? Oh, I had a 107,761. Oh, Subvitals did better than me. So I'd be right above Aru. I'd be 8th. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy to have this many people. I guess it's throughout many servers though. But what Subvitals do differently? Does he have UE60? Is he have Whaley UE60 supports? Is that the case? Is there no way to see? Subvitals really want to fuck Kuro, huh? Yeah. Wow. Right, hold on. I'm closing EA. Okay. And Kate-Tan, you're such a little kid. What do you mean? Whoa, the Shrine Grounds. They were all packed with people. It was a festival if I've ever saw one. Oh, they went all out this year too. Amazing, amazing. We're coming from Hinamizawa. The bedridden old man from the Kimiyoshi branch family is here too. The Vitals can't even use 60 swimsuit Shiroko. Why would you think expects use 60 sports for them? Because I basically did what was possible without it. I mean, let me think. What could he have done? He would have had done the Maldi purple, like, that I didn't do. I think there was a Maldi or purple. And then he would have had to do a better blue. He probably had to do the Shiroko Izuna blue. That's probably it. I don't know how that went, but my Izuna wasn't good enough, I think, at the time. I think that old guy went home from Watanagashi last year and stayed in bed ever since. Yeah, there were a lot of villagers here that I didn't really know. I expected Munchie's a fraud Shiroko lover. Damn. They must have all been pouring in just for today. Oh, it's Satoko-chan. Hey. Oh, if it isn't everyone. I like Satoko. Just hello to you all. Yo, Satoko. There's a lot of people today. Don't get lost in the crowd, okay? Who do you even think you're talking to? Satoko too seems somehow energetic. Of course, I'm the same way. Huh? Where's Rika-chan? She still has free time, doesn't she? Rika was giving her respects to the mayor and other important people. She shall come before long. See, Rika-chan is the shrine maiden for today's festival after all. It's probably a pain for her to say hello to all the elders. It really is a pain. Hello everyone. Oh no. Nico uniform, guys. Rika-chan! I want to take you home. Rika-chan wore an immaculate shrine maiden outfit that looked fresh off the shelf. It was a perfect fit for her somehow mystical appearance. How does it fit? It's not too long, is it? My grandma gave me some safety pins just in case the sleeves are too long. My sub-vitals got 107805 Shokuro since he piloted someone. And named the account is him. Oh, that's why. Need to put a ko in that Miko. Based! It's alright. Really is comfortable. She spoke, she began to do some twists and stretches. It's great, it's so cute. How? There's approximately one person here getting a nosebleed from watching Rika-chan move. What do you mean one? Not even his account, SMH. Hold on, I need to find his real account. Oh god. Keiichi-kun, do you think she's cute, don't you? If you don't, then she'll be all mine. I'll take her home with me. I think she's really cute. Totally cool. Enough that I want to pretend to be her big brother or dad and take pictures with her. Holy base? Wait. We take a picture from two different places and make it stereoscopic. We can eat or rather stare at a real life Rika-chan at our houses whenever we want. Rank 104, Lamau, Cursive Chairlit. Yeah, I was about to say, don't you need chair? Yeah, no, I knew something wasn't adding up. Damn. Fake account, and he posts it as like his own. Damn. What a new low for sub-vitals. Oh, this sounds great. This sounds fantastic. The fact that re-larpers found their next victim, what, Todd? So... The funny thing is, with like the Todd Fang shit, with the re-larpers, is that people were joking about, oh, what's their next like thing gonna be, and they were low-key like hyping up Todd as it. Unless it's something else. I ran his eyes and mine glitter with stars as our noses bled and we drool. Me when I see any child. Rika, you best stay away from them. Hey, you could come here. Yes, I might get locked away in a basement somewhere. Yeah, wow. Is that so bad? Think about it. It looked like you enjoyed it though, Rika. Me, you're being harsh. We all laugh together again. Okay, let's not hang around here. Let's go to the festival. There's not much time left for the Rika-chan's big debut. You're also LARPing. You're reading Arc 6 now. Nice. I'm gonna read it once it's done. I've been reading. I'm like reading from the very beginning. I started doing that a while ago. I'm still on Arc 4 when it comes to reading. I'm like right before Straight Bet. I'm like episode 12 of season 2 equivalent of reading. Rank 68 Shiokuro on the website since they use hero score. We're on server log off watch. Okay, let's not hang around here. Let's get to the festival. There's not much time left to Rika-chan's big debut. You're right. Great. Let's go, everyone. Yeah. Yo. It isn't the daughter of Sonozaki. Eat up. The yakisoba is packed full of pork. This year we filled it up as much as we could. We even put in fried calamari. Damn. Some are too long to read, but holy, but I'm still probably episode 13. I've already spent more than 10 hours already. Episode 13 equivalent. Oh, of Arc 6? Are you reading ahead? I'll read ahead once the season ends. Gotcha, old timer. Yakisoba this year looks like quite an achievement. You have squid too? You put a ton of time into this, didn't you? Wow, it's tasty, it's tasty. Yeah, the squid is delicious, but the aroma is just fantastic. It wonderfully compensates for how soft it tends to be. There's a delightful amount of squid and pork in it too. Yep, not bad at all, I say. Haha. Hey Chen, you sound like you could walk into a cooking program and become the host. Yeah. When I say Keiichi-kun acting like it's so good, it somehow tastes even better. I don't discriminate among delicious food. So anything that I say is tasty has got to be worth trying out, right? Then Keiichi, please give us your opinion of this yakisoba again. Huh? I'll do it in 2 words. Ooh. Shit good. Absolutely scrumptious. I think my 2 words were better. It will be forever known in the website is Kuro Brutal Segs. Yeah. If I had a second stomach, I'd buy another one right now. I haven't heard my 3-star rate. 3-star? This is Blue Archive. Is it supposed to be good? A whole line of people suddenly formed in front of the yakisoba line. Wow, that's amazing. Keiichi said it was so good that a little crowd started to form. Not bad. Nothing to brag about, but I still decided to stick out my chest and put on airs. Oh, is that so? Then perhaps I shall try it out. Mister, can I perchance bother you for 1 takoyaki? Satoko bought a stick of takoyaki, balls of fried octopus, yeah, from the adjacent stand, and after blowing on it, put one of them in her mouth. Blowing on it doesn't help. The internal is so hot that you're fucked. How is this, Satoko-chan? If you give it a good rating, then Rena will buy it too. Now it's time for the Hinamizawa Michelin judge Satoko Hojo to give her impressions. Meh. She was all for it a moment ago. Satoko hesitated to give her thoughts. Hey now, what's the matter? Everyone else takes one of their own and puts it into their mouth. Huh? Rena got gipped. Mine's bad too. There's no octopus in it. Wait, why? What's the point? This is what I skipped. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Hey man, you think I can't? You think I can afford to skip, like, to not skip it with what's coming? You think I can't? I think I can afford to do that? This takoyaki vendor. Could this be some sort of summer festival only octopus free takoyaki stand? An evil takoyaki stand that skimped on the octopus because they figured it would make them good money today. Mine has some. Yeah, pretty good considering there's octopus in it. How am I supposed to explain that this octopus free takoyaki is any good? Everyone wondered about that. Our quizzical looks seemed to be drawing equally dubious stares from the people in line. Or how about this? Takoyaki without any octopus is really healthy. Is it? It's just batter. And it's fried and it's actually less healthy. The octopus is probably the healthiest thing in it. And even people who don't like octopus can eat this delicious takoyaki. Honestly, I don't like octopus and I like the takoyaki. There's not enough in it to really make you go, ew, this is octopus. It's like, ah, yeah. After hearing that, several surprise guests left the line. Had the exact opposite effect. Alright then, I'll give it a try next. A self-inspired take on takoyaki, in which you can clearly taste the simple flavors of the flour, green onions, and pickled ginger. The unaffected taste is bolstered by the absence of octopus. Wasn't half bad, but after hearing there's no octopus in it clause, even more people left the line. Oh god, enjoyed. Yeah, I don't think I could show that one. Well, I probably could, but I don't want to. Lamau. Rika-chan, any good comments? You could be honest. 400 yen is too much for this. Oh, that is actually a lot. That was too honest. Even more customers leave the line, dealing a lethal blow. There were other takoyaki stands around after all. Well, I mean, we might not want to be doing this. Hey, Satoko. You started all this, so give us a great big turnaround. I can't do it. How do you expect me to lavish praise upon takoyaki without any octopus in it? You idiot! Satoko's angry outburst was the finishing blow. The customers are all gone. Huh? The guy is staring at us. Why is that? Why is that? How? There's no saving this crowd. Perhaps I, Keiichi Maibara, will lend a generous hand. Keiichi-kun, you can do it. We want you to save the takoyaki vendor who did put any octopus in. Why though? Don't smile as you say something so bitter. Alright, fine. This may be the only chance you'll get to see how pro it works, so watch carefully. I shoved the stick into an octopusless takoyaki and crammed it into my mouth. And before there wasn't any octopus, wasn't any octopus in it. But Mion's had some in it. That was the important point. Oh, is it gacha? A man who runs this takoyaki stand, he truly loves takoyaki in every meaning of the word. No, it could even be said he adores it. Everyone gasped in surprise, including the takoyaki vendor glaring at us. How does an octopusless takoyaki work? It doesn't. This man truly loves takoyaki, and because he loves it, he doesn't want to create half-hearted random ones. Isn't that right? The takoyaki vendor looked down, unsure. Those watching were listening intently, wanting to know why octopusless takoyaki deserves such a high rating. Son, if he's really and truly love takoyaki that much, why did he make takoyaki with the octopus at all? Is he not portraying that very takoyaki? You may be right. In one sense, it is a betrayal. However, it's the best possible compromise this man could find. This man is making real takoyaki today, as he always does. However, only one or two of them on each stick are the real ones. Well, you're right. When I ate, it had octopus in it. And considering it did actually have it didn't taste bad at all, you know. Right. That was a modified takoyaki. And as for the other ones, it was the biggest compromise he could make against the biases of the general populace, who all think that there needs to be 8 pieces on the stick or else it's not real takoyaki. Huh? Ichiko, I don't understand what you mean. Why is one of them the real thing and the other ones are fakes? Why? The secret lies in the octopus. Mister, this octopus is true Akashi octopus, isn't it? In recent years, the number of octopuses caught in Akashi has decreased, and their prices have risen drastically. The prices are now so high that you would think of using them in takoyaki. And the man who had been looking down this whole time mumbled, "Yeah, that's right. Akashi octopus. It's very expensive." But his man absolutely had to have the Akashi octopus. He could have bought much worse quality octopus for cheaper, as much as he wanted, and he would have still been able to fool everyone. There are plenty of other scamming takoyaki vendors who claim theirs are from Akashi, even though they're not. But this man wouldn't accept it. He wouldn't tell lies. Akashi octopus are supreme. He would never relinquish this one stubborn conviction. This man loved takoyaki. That's why he never lied. Yet, there was one point that he absolutely had to compromise on. What might that be? The number. The popular opinion is that a stick of takoyaki should have 8 pieces in it. Even if it's real Akashi octopus, he couldn't charge 400 yen just for 1 piece, could he? If he didn't have 8 pieces, nobody would buy them. This man wept over it. In order to make just 1 true piece of takoyaki, he wouldn't ever let himself lie through the other 7. Oh, the octopus-free takoyaki. I have hiccups. No! The octopus-free takoyaki vendor burst into tears. I gently clapped one of his shoulders. No matter what anyone else says, I will never forget how genuine you are. You, sir, are a true vendor of takoyaki. You are the only one in the world with the right to call himself that. Then everyone clapped. As I embraced the shoulders of this man, shedding his manly tears, those watching delivered a round of applause, moved by my speech. Everyone, I beg of you, please eat some of this true takoyaki vendor's takoyaki. If we don't treasure genuine men like this, then how can we protect the true path of the takoyaki? Nobody else will eat them, then I will eat them all. Wow, everyone watching is lighting up. It's so shit though, isn't it? Keiichi-kun, you did it, you did it! I think it's more they thought Kei-chan's propaganda speech was interesting rather than the takoyaki was actually good. Or actually look good. Kei-chan, you could probably sell plain old rocks if you tried. It's called Jew-maxing. You would go over well at the entrance of Akihabara station. Oh no. I've never heard of this Akihabara. Where is it? Oh yeah, I guess in the 80s. It was probably not that big. Absolutely stunned at my successful... Wait, when did Akihabara kind of become... Well, it is for electronics at this time, right? Yeah. It was not like weeb shit at this time. It was just for electronics at this time. Absolutely stunned at my successful pitch. The guy manning the stall next to this one called out to me. Hey, you guys do that for my sweets too. Great, you all get the gist of it, right? It's your turn this time, Rena. Okay, I'll do my best. How? I remember a video of a Filipino takoyaki that's 3 cents. Or what? 3 cents? When apricot sweets are cold, they're very, very good. Apricot is sweet so quietly and nicely on top of the syrup. How? It's so cute. I want to take it home. Wow. Wait, you can take it home. Looks like she lost herself in this midway through. But a girl given it such a natural praise was itself bringing in some customers. A line was quickly formed behind Rena. Next up is the okonomiyaki stand. Satago, you're up. Rather, well... The crunch of the fried tempura batter mixed with yakisoba is simply to die for. A huge piece of bacon, ooh, laid on top. When you bite into it, it all comes flooded out. Yeah, that's freaking great. Now I want to try some too. And a huge line formed at my words. What on earth is this? So basically, all these onlookers are just following us around to the stands. When people hear about food from others and then try it for themselves, it tastes a lot better than it normally would, really. So that's it. Even Rika-chan was gorging herself on the food, getting sauce on the bib she put out to prevent her shrine maiden uniform from getting dirty. Nice, the other guys are getting into it too. Okay, Kei-chan, which one should I do? Alright, Mion, you go to the stand next to that. Show them the depths of your power. But Kei-chan, the stall next to it is... Whoops. A goldfish scooping stand? A bit out of our element. No, as club president, I will plead no matter who or what my opponent is. Let's get started. I look forward to a splendid performance, Mion-san. The onlookers are also watching Mion with hopeful eyes. Welcome, welcome. Oh man. Here's your net and bowl. Okay, here we go. And the goldfish are energetic today. They look really delicious. Are you gonna eat them? Small things like you could crunch them down whole. Whatever. You can't fuck it. Mion-san, what in the world are you saying? Mi-chan, you eat them? Did you eat the one Rena caught last year too? Oh, no, I didn't say anything like that. No space went reddish. She shook it vehemently in denial. I mean, you just said so yourself that they really look delicious. Oh no, Shion! Of course, Mion like says something stupid, and then Shion is like, "By the way, I've been here the whole time. I just arrived to say Lamau." Yes, he did indeed say so. My sister is omnivorous. She eats anything that can go into her mouth. Interesting. That's good to know. They taste good, then maybe I'll try one next time. Rika! No, Rika-chan, don't. You'll get sick. You don't want to be like Fujimoto. Wait a second. Hey, what the hell? Shion, how long have you been here? Hey, Kei-chan, Mion, everyone. Good evening. Ah! Where did you come from, Shion? I've been here since the bit with the yakisoba. That was the beginning. You were all so loud that I found you right away. Jeez. You got nothing to do with this, do you? Go somewhere else already. Jeez, Mion, don't treat me so cruelly. Right, Kei-chan? You're okay with me being here, right? She asked, grabbing my arm and pushing her chest into it. Well, I can't say no to that. I can't. You know what I mean? K-domination. Oh, I see. I see now. I'm surprised Rio is higher than Mika, though. But this is just for this particular time. Yeah, Rio is surprisingly high. I know Rio should be high, but higher than Mika is absurd. But to be fair, Mika's kind of been out of the spotlight for a while. Like, there's a reason Hina is so low. Hoshino is still surprising. Oh, yeah. Eri is high. Wow. Anything weird? Let's see. Like, anything out of place. I mean, Noah's always high. Azus is still surprisingly high. Yay, Neru's on the list. Look at that. 14 Nerus. Are there really 14 Nerus? But that K though. Damn, so much K. That's a lot of K. Mari, I know. Yes, grabbing my arm and pushing her chest into it. Yeah, you can't say no to that. Bounce. Hey, Ichikun, you're a pervert. Your nose is bleeding. Ma'am, milkers on my arm. I hope you'd understand. When you squish a jelly donut, the jelly comes out, right? Damn. 8 Malkuth? Wait, really? It's the same. This isn't something I have any control over. My dick is too hard. Hey, is that right? Then will more come out if I squeeze harder? Yeah! Mari is the perfect number. Do not destroy my wallet when I buy. Ah, I see. Hit, squeeze. Shields her cleavage. It's right up against my chin. Yeah! Shion, what the heck are you trying to do? Trying to make him hard. How vulgar. Satoko, you're next. I seem to have misjudged you. What about my flashes? Yes! 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 Yes, please, come! Yes! You can check clasp with my other arm too. Yes! A plentiful plump feeling on my left shoulder and the sour sensation of a young, unripe fruit on my right. Woohoo! Yippee! How? Boo-boo-bang. Shion, Rika-chan, and I, our faces now bruised, fell to the ground, limbs sprawled. Did Rena hit us? Nice job, Rena. No, I was excited with the booba on the left and the flat on the right. That was quite literally. Everyone's so dirty. How? Rena punched me. Oh no, she's gonna cry. It really hurts. Rika, you get what you deserve. Now that Shion was here, the energy around us had increased by 120%. Hoo-hoo, ah-ha-ha-ha. Your friends are so much fun, Mion. I never get bored of them. Right. If they weren't here, it would be way more fun, you know? Damn. I want to stay with you all, but if I continue seducing Kei-chan, my sister looks like she's literally gonna bite my head off. So I'll retreat for now. I'll be back. See you, Mion. Don't be back. Get the salt. Someone get the salt. What does that mean? After teasing, it's like a snail. After teasing her older sister so much, Shion ran away from the crowd of people and disappeared. I feel that I'm born witness to a rare side of Mion-san. Ain't it fair? When Mi-chan is with Shi-chan, she looks kinda cute. Rena smiled happily, earning her a whack on the head from Mion. Don't say dumb stuff. Let's get to the next stand already. We went about just like that, really noisy and lively to the other stands. We were paying money towards the beginning, but midway through, the guys running the shops thought we were just too funny, and we ended up being able to fool around without paying much more. Ooh. Check general. What female crab does to LARPer? Try calling subtitles a LARPer. Never be able to eat crab normally again. He's gonna fuck the crab. Hold on. Alright. I had to do it. I had to do it. Tell me if he replies, please. I have streamer mode on. We were paid money towards the beginning, but midway through the... Oh yeah, I already read that one. The vigorous sound of a big taiko drum echoed through the air. Rika, it looks like it's time. Ah, yep, it looks like it. It's just about time for Rika-chan to appear in the offertory dance. What does that mean? I'm a little nervous. It's alright, your flat chest touching my arm will give me the strength to give you the strength to continue on. Poetry. Believe in yourself. That's better one. Okay. All of your sweat will definitely amount to something, Rika-chan. If not, it'll amount to a nice tasty dessert. Mion slapped hard on Rika-chan's back. That's right. You'll do fantastic, Rika. I'll do my best. Yeah, that's the spirit. I balled my hand into a fist and raised it into the air. We're rooting for you, Rika-chan. Go for it. Yay. Remember. Go for it. Yay. Rika-chan gave the best smile I'd ever seen and pivoted on her heel and ran off. Okay, we should get going too. Right, let's go cheer her on. You must keep silent during the performance. Got it, jeez. I rubbed a hand through her hair. She was worried about her good friend up to the end. Then we better hurry. All the good spots will be taken. Come on. Mion ran off and everyone else followed a moment later. A large amount of people had already clustered into the tight space to watch the edifying dance. Wow, this is a lot of people. Stood around to look at everyone else, but nobody was there. Where did everybody go? They probably got lost among all these people. Finally, I spotted the back of Mion's head on the other side of the crowd. It definitely doesn't look like I can get over there. Well, we got separated, no big deal. We can just meet back up when Rika-chan's dance is over. I gave up on finding the others and wandered around, trying to look for a place where I'd be able to see better. Is Shion gonna appear? It didn't take long for me to realize that I'd have to settle for watching between the heads of the people in front of me, though. Once again, an even louder taiko drummers resounded. This one was to announce the beginning of the dance. I couldn't see very well, but it seemed like Rika-chan had come on stage with the others, who were in priestly garb. I heard low exhalations of admiration and the seniors rubbing their prayer beads in gratitude. Everyone's hands were in the way, and I couldn't see. It was really frustrating. We should have cut playtime short and come here to get good spots earlier. After Rika-chan intoned the prayer, she took the festival hoe and walked to the pile of quilts stacked on the altar. That's right. One of the ceremony was to purify bedding and to hold a memorial service, wasn't it? Then the solemn offertory dance began. She had practiced using a mochi pounding mallet. The awkwardly shaped festival hoe Rika-chan held seemed really heavy. Back and forth, up and down, it was doubtlessly difficult to even lift in the air, but she sweated and waved, raised and dropped it again and again. She couldn't just deal with it and ended it grudgingly. As the shrine maiden, she needed to retain the dignity and solemnity present at this festival. There must be a ton of pressure on Rika-chan's shoulders right now. Damn, why am I cheering her on from a place I can barely see her? I'm her friend, so I should be right up in the best spot rooting for her. I knew it! Get down over here! Someone tugged lightly on the back of my shirt collar. There's Shion. She beckoned me outside the crowded ring of people. She had a mischievous grin on her face, and I took it as her saying she knew a good place nobody else knew of. I love Filipino acronym. How's this gonna be? MILF braces for FAP offense. I see. A BBC. Backpack. I'm just reading it, guys. That's what it says. Filipino American Grandparents Association of Chicago. That's what it says. I think FAP is a typo in this case. Okay. Ah, yes, of course. Shion, what's up? Shh. Be quiet and come with me. After she told me so, she ran in a big detour around the throng. And it's great to have someone who knows the lay of the land here at times like this. Impressed though I was, I nearly lost sight of her right away. No more getting separated from me. I ran after her so I wouldn't be left behind. I wondered in anticipation of what kind of secret spot Shion had in mind. We left the crowd of people and went around the back of the shrine grounds. Hey, wait, where are we going? We're getting further and further away. Shh. Stay quiet and follow me. You'll understand soon. She gave me a wink that reminded me of Mion as she said that. No sign of people and not much moonlight. It was dark. We had gotten pretty far away from the crowd of people on the shrine grounds. How are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance from here? I see. There's some high spot around here, isn't there? Like a rooftop or somewhere we can look down at it, right? What? Why do we have to climb onto the roof? How else are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance? Did you really want to see Rika-chan's dance? Yeah. Hey-chan, could it be that your strike zone is really low? No! Well, what do you mean by that? I mean, I don't think we're understanding each other here. Were you gonna show me somewhere where I could see Rika-chan's dance from easily? What? Who made that promise? Yeah. What's going on? Why me? Why do I always misunderstand Shion? Why is this woman seducing me? This is not supposed to happen. Is it my fault? Am I just reading the wrong things into it? And why did you call me all the way out here? With an expression that indicated she wasn't fooling around, she pressed her index finger into my lips and said very slowly and quietly, "This place is a dark, dead, empty spot. You can't see it from the festival grounds, and now a male and female of the same age are all alone together. Segs." Could this be? Shion, she's not planning on something crazy, kid, is she? Shh, look over there. See? Shion whispered, pointing into the dark underbrush. And there we saw two figures, one male and one female. What's that? That... Right at the scene of a rendezvous, of course. Oh, they're watching Segs. See, look closely. Can you tell who they are? Peered intently into the dark at Shion's suggestion. Oh, it's Tomitake-san and Takano-san. Two of them were clearly breathing quietly and glancing around to make sure nobody knew they were there as they crouched before the entrance to a wooden storehouse-like building. Wait, Shion. Would this be what you wanted to show me? We're watching? Hey, Chan, you can see Rika-chama's dance any year, but you won't ever get another chance like this, okay? I thought that the Sonozaki sisters each had their own personalities, but at times like this, they seem all too similar. I'm going back. Don't call me for something like this again. Ah, but if you move now, they'll see us. At our noisy argument, Takano-san suddenly turned around. Oh my, who might that be? We held our breath and tried to wait it out, but it seems like Takano-san was now acutely aware of our presence. She and I exchanged glances and then gave up and climbed out from behind the bush. Well, hello there. The moon sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? Tsuki wa kirei desu ne. My. If it isn't Shion-chan and my Barakun. Good evening. Yes, the moon surely is pretty. What's this? Ichi-kun, you sure are smart, you know that? Having a secret date in a place like this. You think... I guess we accidentally interrupted something important. You're the ones who are meeting up secretly. Tomitake-san and Takano-san laughed to themselves, and it got on my nerves for some reason. Wait, so you two weren't having a little rendezvous then? Of course we weren't. Though I don't dislike that kind of romance. Hehe. Unfortunately, this wasn't the location of a rendezvous either of you would want to see. Sorry for not living up to your expectations. This wasn't a rendezvous, then what were you doing? Found our video? Our video? Oh god. I don't even want to show this. Nah. Nah. Nope. 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 If this wasn't around here, then what were we doing? Tomitake-san, were you messing around with the padlock on the door just now? Silly man, that's a store shed and it's locked. Huh? After she said that, I looked to him again and I definitely saw it. They were hunched in from a warehouse door, filled with a pretty heavy looking padlock. Guess we've been found out, huh? We're trying to break into the warehouse, but don't tell anyone, alright? Oh yeah. Don't tell anyone, are you thieves or something? I demanded unthinkingly, just because of how absently Tomitake-san was grinning. Oop, let me move myself a bit. Nah, never. Thieves are people who steal things, right? Yeah. It's not like we're trying to take anything out of there. We just want to break in and see. I see. Then why are we trying to unlock the door? This is the forbidden storehouse for ritual tools. They say only the Furude family and a mere handful of others are allowed in. I wish they made this before your birthday. I don't know, it can make me glad. God damn it. Forbidden storehouse. I took a few steps back at that and then looked on the entire warehouse. It certainly looked like one built removed from any sign of people, almost as if it in secret. It was filthy, revealing how little it was ever opened. And it was built to be durable, giving it a strange, overpowering impression. I looked at it more closely. It was clearly different than normal warehouses. This place. They're called ritual implements. Basically, this is a warehouse where they store such tools used in rituals. Well, more accurately, maybe it's a temple where the implements are enshrined. The ritual hoe Rikichan is using for the offertory dance was inside here until yesterday. Of course, if anyone but the Furude family enters, they bring impurity into it, so absolutely no one is allowed a single step inside. Then why are you trying to break it? It's a sanctuary. Shouldn't we absolutely not be coming to a place like this then? However, Takano was wearing a childlike expression, an innocent smile at best, and terribly cruel grin at worst. I told you I was researching Hinamizawa's folktales and legends out of an interest in them, didn't I? Ah, the answers to questions I'm curious about are hidden away inside here. I've waited all this time until the day for this chance. A chance. Everybody's eyes were fixed on the dance at the shrine grounds today. This was the ultimate blind spot. Yeah, I see. I didn't know you had lock-picking skills, Tomitake-san. It's like Skyrim. Stop it. I don't want to be doing this, okay? Sorry for taking you along with me, but this is all thanks to you, Jiro-san. I really am grateful. Yeesh. This is the only time I understand Takano-san. I don't want to be sneaking into places like this. You really are a good person, Jiro-san. Link, Tomitake-san undid the padlock and placed it to the side. It's open! Thank you. At long last. Takano-san gulped with an unusually excited air about her. She gave the heavy door a shove. The sharp smell of mold and dust flowed out from the gap in the doors. I claimed curses didn't exist, but in this situation I couldn't believe in them. Or I could believe in them. We went into such a holy place with our shoes on. It feels like we would be punished somehow. How about it? They're accomplices too. You came all this way here, so why not come in and take the tour? It'll be a little field trip to a museum of precious cultural artifacts that conceal the history of Hinamizawa. And it's only open today. Hee. We're not accomplices or anything. Aren't you interested though? Stop it, woman. Because you're cute doesn't mean you can make me do whatever you want. Okay, maybe a little bit. Come on, let's take a peek. Okay, yes, ma'am. Shion said, predictably licking her arm with mine. Yeah. But we definitely shouldn't be doing this. This is a holy warehouse, isn't it? You said ritual implements, right? I really feel like we should go in. I'm part of the Sonozaki family, so I have a good guess as to what we'll find in there. But I want you to see it too, Kei-chan. Want to show me something to me? I thought it was just a ploy, but Shion's eyes looked entirely serious. I said the zooms are too close. Yeah, but at least she's cute, you know what I mean? Of course, she was the sort who could lie with a straight face. Of course, I was an average boy too, so it's like, you know, my curiosity was at least twice that of a normal person. Sleeping, forbidden treasures, never to leave this warehouse. Chances like this didn't come around too often. If I had to choose, then I want to see. Until the locked door is open, though. I don't know about this. If you're not interested in Kei-chan, you can leave now. I think you'll wonder about it later, though. Damn, this bitch. Trying to. Yeah. Kamitake-san spoke after listening to our discussion, himself having sat down on the stairs to take a short rest. I'll keep watch here. Go ahead and check it out with them. I'm not too interested. Uh-huh. But it might be pretty interesting for a young guy like you, Kiichi-kun. He said, laughing mischievously. There was no ill will in his laughter. Kamitake-san, do you know what's in there? Kind of. Takano-san told me all about it. Must be a pain to have to go along with your companion's unique hobbies, huh? Kamitake-san didn't answer that, only responding with a pained smile. Takano-san had this kind of scary air about her. Like she dropped absolutely everything else for something she hadn't interested in and go straight for it, but... Kamitake-san, on the other hand, seemed like the gold standard for what a normal person should be. I mean... Having him tell me so frankly to go check it out suddenly made the guilt feel lighter. Okay, but just a little. It's not interesting, I'm leaving. You got it! Shion gave another Mion-like wink. Looks like we're decided. Shall we go inside? Shiro-san, we'll leave this to you. Kamitake-san waved his hand and to see us off. The inside was pitch black, but Takano-san turned on the battery-powered lantern she brought, revealing a pretty cramped front room. So dark in here. Everyone, take care not to trip over anything. I appreciate the concern. Okay, doorman, keep a good watch. We're shutting the door now. Takano-san smiled spitefully, as if leaving Tomitake-san out of something fun, and began to close the door. Man. Alright, everyone. Have fun. There's a low, heavy, and loud noise, and we were completely cut off from the outside world and covered in silent darkness. Takano-san's lantern was the only light we had. Boy, it'll be fine. It's an outdoor lantern with backup batteries inside. It won't go out or anything. Looks like Takano noticed my uneasy expression. I couldn't help but blush a little and avert my gaze. Deeper inside, there is a heavy and old but sturdy door with solemn decorations on it. It was the last door, sealing away what was within. Strange how as an antechamber, even though it's just a warehouse, isn't it? I don't know about the lingerie clothing real fantasies. Would she even wear that? That rational autist. I mean, she probably know it's gonna rationally get me off. So, yeah, you know what I mean. It's hot. Don't show. It's fine. She probably wears like the most standard basic underwear. Can we see Rio panties? Oh no, she wears tights though. Like she wears, yeah. So can we even see them through the tights in like the chibi model? Do we know? Very important info. Church Chow has an antechamber even though it's just a warehouse, isn't it? I believe it is set up this way so you can open one door at a time, never letting the room with all the tools be seen from the outside. Takano-san explained this, awfully impressed by the construction. But still, it's really dark in here. Huh? That over there, it's... But a circuit breaker hanging from a clump of wiring clumsily attached to the wall. Oh, here, isn't this the light switch or something? The biggest switch I could find, and with a click, the pitch black room is illuminated by an old bare light bulb. Everyone scrunched up their faces at the sudden strobe light brightness. Don't! Before she even finished, she slapped my hand and flipped the switch back. There's another loud click and the room returned to darkness with only the lantern for illumination. Ow! You can't get done. You're stuck in here, remember? We turn on the light, it might give us away. Scolded by Shion fairly harshly. It looked like she was worried about whether someone had seen them from the momentary light. It's alright. It's only for a moment. Takano-san remained a relaxed adult. It seemed like she was confident she could talk her way out of it if someone did see us. Let's go in. Here we go. There. The reason YouTube video about it? The even heavier door opened, and this time it was the dust that came out with the air. There was also a nasty smell. One smell was like opening a dust-filled cupboard in the back of a kitchen that hadn't been opened in years. And the other smell, the nasty one, was hard to explain, but it was like the raw odor of a fish market. How the sound echoed, this room felt far larger than the first. Takano-san held up her lantern and revealed the contents of the expansive room. Oh! The back of the wall of the storehouse, right in front of us, was a Buddha-like holy object standing there looking down at us. I was taken aback by its unseen force, lit up by the slender beam of the lantern. Ah, yes! What a nice room. That's the guardian god of Hinamizawa, Oyashiro-sama. That's nice. It's far grander than the one at the shrine. Oyashiro-sama. So this is the spirit protecting Hinamizawa? The one guarding the holy land of Hinamizawa from the impurities of the outside world, and the one delivering punishment after punishment upon those who attempted to sully the land with the dam construction. Looks like there are far more tools stored here than I thought, but so sad. None of them have been maintained. How fortunate they're in such a state. Even in the dim light, I could see a lot of strange objects lining the walls, ceiling, and shelf. Takano-san, speaking as if in a trance, was infatuated by the various implements filling the room, or the dark room. They weren't very festival-like or traditional, but instead, this was more like the worship of a blacksmith or carpenter. There were lots of large wooden and metal tools packed in here. Putting it bluntly, it was all pretty boring stuff. I'd imagine there would be more artistic things in here from the Heian period, but these are a far cry from being cultural artifacts. Expression betrayed my dashed hopes, and they caught on right away. Oh, this is not interesting for you? I'm not into literature or art, so I can look at this stuff, but I don't really understand its value. Ch.2, you really do look like you don't get it. I guess that's only natural. You're retarded. Takano-san reached into a paper bag that she'd been holding on to the whole time, took out a worn scrapbook and began to flip through it. Just for you, Ch.2, I'll tell you an old story. It's a common tale in this region. If you go to the library, it would even be on the recommended reading list. Telling stories in such a dark, creepy place. You must have a horror story in mind. Mion's face bellied nothing but calm. She had the same personality as Mion. She'd have found fault with me being scared. I'll endure it for now and pretend to be calm. Okay? Alright, I'll read it. After confirming that I was going to be quiet and listen, she began to speak softly like a kindergarten teacher reading a picture book. Long, long ago, in a certain village in the mountains, there was a swamp. This swamp was very, very deep. Some even call it bottomless. I'm a bottomless pit supervisor, guys. People said it was connected to hell, the land of demons. Rumors said that it was deeper than the ocean, and that anyone it swallowed would sink into the underworld, a bottomless swamp. His name was Onigafuchi. Wait. Thought back to the story I heard yesterday about the sacrifices sinking into the bottomless swamp. Could it be the swamp that could that be the swamp she's talking about? To the village was Hinamizawa, right? You catch on quickly. That's right. It was called Onigafuchi Village at the time. Onigafuchi Village. It's a pretty inauspicious name. It evokes quite the image, doesn't it? I heard that the name was changed in the Meiji period. I would think so. The name of the swamp connected to hell was called Onigafuchi, which meant the demon's abyss. And the true name of this village, Hinamizawa, was Onigafuchi Village. Villagers belonged to that abyss, or to hell, in other words. They lived their lives worshipping the swamp, said to connect to it. But then, one day, demons began to appear, one after the other, from deep in the swamp. The villagers feared that hell was overflowing. The demons mercilessly attacked the villagers. They could only watch in fear. They could do no more than hide themselves and tremble. So, did someone exterminate them? Unfortunately, there is no Momotaro or Superman in this fairy tale. No. And did they get the whole village together to fight them? Heavens no. The villagers weren't nearly strong enough to fight on equal terms with the demons. And the only recourse would be to flee the village. They couldn't do that either. To the villagers, it was their beloved homeland. Well, sometimes you have to flee the beloved homeland. You know what I mean? But at least you can come back after, 2,000 years or 3,000 years and then cause other problems. So it didn't matter how terrifying the demons, they wouldn't have run away so easily. And what did they do? Wouldn't they just get wiped out? Unable to fight and unable to run. All they could do was wait for the village to be destroyed. Then, when everyone had lost hope, their god, Oyashiro-sama descended onto them. I see. So Oyashiro-sama came down from the sky and beat up all the demons and... You're such a boy, Kei-chan. What do you mean? You always jump straight to using force to resolve things. Well, I mean, it works. Shion sighed, a little annoyed. Embarrassed I held my tongue. But think about Oyashiro-sama. He wasn't a violent god who would beat them up, like you're saying. He was a kind god filled with love and benevolence. The strength of Oyashiro-sama descended from the heavens couldn't be compared to that of the demons. They didn't even fight, they simply postured themselves before his radiant authority. Oyashiro-sama urged them to go back to hell from whence they came, but the demons wept and challenged him, saying they could never return. The world of the demons, too, has harsh commandments. They claim that they've been banished from hell. Demons, who wouldn't have a place to go neither in hell nor in the human world. First, they were at fault for attacking the village. They deeply reflected on it and were sorry. As the villagers conversed among themselves, little by little they came to pity the demons and, after talking with everyone in the village, they decided to live alongside them. A lot of fairy tales have them being exterminated or driven away, but you don't often hear one where they live in peace. You're right. Demons are supposed to symbolize all evils. A story where they decide to live together with humans is clearly strange. When the demons first heard the villagers' invitation, they doubted their ears, but soon burst into tears of joy. The villagers had given them a place to live. It was said that in payment for this good deed, the demons shared their many kinds of power and secrets with the villagers. Oyashiro-sama was very pleased with this happy exchange. He gave the demons the bodies of humans so they would be indistinguishable from the villagers. They called women. Okay. He himself decided to stay on the surface and watch over the everlasting peace between them. A land in which man, demon, and god live together. I thought the word demon was a noun meaning evil that needs to be exterminated. I mean, it kinda is. A god may have mediated for them, but you don't often hear happy endings like that, where both sides live in harmony. I see. I guess it's kind of interesting. Although the normal fairy tale ends there, it was revised quite a bit through the Edo period into a much longer story. After that, the humans and demons intermixed, and eventually there was no difference between them. The demons ended up the demons ended up disappearing. Yeah, I wonder all the women probably enjoyed that big demon cock, you know what I mean? No, not at all. Half of them stayed just as they were. The knowledge of the villagers had received from the demons basically made them into something inhuman, what people call transcendent. They were well aware that the power they had was heresy, and as those below worshipped them, they lived out their lives in secrecy. This story is the root of many derivative tales and pieces of fiction. It's the foundation, I mean. A basis. What do you mean by root? You mean it's the part about the villagers having demon blood? What I mean is all the legends from around here are based on the premise that the villagers are descended from demons. There was a hint of amusement in Shion's face as she said that. It was like she wanted to say that she too had demon blood in her. She acts like it. Is there any proof though? Maybe it's somehow rooted in historical fact beyond just fairy tales. Oh? Mayabara-kun, then do you believe that demons really did come out of the swamp and breed with humans? Well, it's not that I don't believe it, but if she said demons, she meant the ones from hell, but in ancient Japan, the word wasn't necessarily used to denote only that kind, right? More well-known use involved the drifting foreigner theory. I agree with this one, by the way. I agree with this. Like, guys, look at the feet. Okay, guys, okay. I need everyone's attention for this. This is an active learning experience. All right, Tengu. All right, guys. Have you ever heard of a Tengu? All right. Are a type of legendary creature found in the Shinto belief. They're considered a type of yokai, but now here we get into their features. Are you ready for this? A supernatural creature with a red face and a long nose. Drifting foreigner theory. Long nose. What did they do? Let's see. Okay. Where is it? Tengu are often pictured as taking the shape of some sort of priest. Alright. Any more? Evil spirits and angry. Okay, let's see. These Tengu are the troublesome opponents of Buddhism who misled the pious with false images of the Buddha, carried off monks and dropped them in remote places, possess women in an attempt to seduce holy men, rob temples, and endow those who worship them with unholy power. Gee, I wonder. There's also more. Look at that. There's also more to this. There's many similarities. Let's just say that. Well. What else is there? I think the funnier one is that the fact that I can't find it here, but they also says they prey on children. But what else is there? There's something else too. Oh, the hats, yeah. Yeah, see the little hat he has? Gee. The little hat. Little hat. Man. Little hat. Wow. Pork found in kitchen. Yep. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. As the story goes, Westerners who were shipwrecked in nearby seas had such a markedly different customs that they were called demons. Japanese people were relatively similar in appearance to other Asians, but everything about those from the West was different. Their physiques, their faces, their skin color. White people. In Japan, terms like red demon or blue demon evoke images, especially of Westerners. What's the blue supposed to represent? I understand the red because, like, you know, like when, you know, we can get sunburn, or also like sometimes our skin does kind of be red because it's white. I mean, my skin doesn't really get red at all, but obviously I get sunburnt pretty easily. Lacking in skin pigments, Westerners would sunburn easily and turn red. Yeah, I know. Being fair-skinned, I think blood vessels appearing on their skin would look blue too. Oh, that's where the blue comes from. A handful of accidental aliens would drift into Japan and came under persecution, being called demons. Damn. Democrat demons versus Republican demons, yep. They would flee into the mountains to survive, turn into bandit groups, and attack villages for food and the like. How does that explanation sound? Maybe it's a bit childish. Japanese people literally burn faster than 90% of white people? Wait, really? This is actually some cringe racism? Do they really? I mean, I never really see them sunburn, so I don't have a reference point. It's kind of funny. Takano gave me a weird smile when, having come up with this impromptu hypothesis, I unconsciously followed it up with self-deprecation. Still, she didn't smile as if to make fun of me. Yeah, except maybe Nordic people. I'm part Nordic. Yeah, I forgot. You're more like Southern European, so you probably don't burn that easily. But I'm more Northern. Yeah. Not ridiculous. There are lots of people who subscribe to the drifting foreigner theory. I subscribe to it too. It makes perfect sense. Feeling faster than all meds. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but Mediterraneans are like, people debate whether they're considered white. I would. You're 100% med bud. Yeah, I'm 100%. Actually, I'm not. No, I have a little bit. I have Spanish blood in me. That's med. So I do have a little bit of med. So I'm 50% med and then 50% Germanic. Yeah. Even so, nobody actually knows what happened. Were they groups of foreigners who had turned into banditry? Or were they really demons who had come from the bottom of the world? Then, Takato-san, which do you believe? The truth of the matter is that I'd rather believe the more fantastic explanation. It's more fun that way, isn't it? No, I actually think the historical theory is more fun because it makes more sense. Like, you can do fantastical elements all you want, but if you don't have any, like, concrete documentation about it, then it's kind of like, well, you can make whatever up. But, like, I think, well, it depends, right? Obviously, there are some things that are really hard to explain, but there's, like, weird connections when it comes to that. They clip coins and destroy society, yep. Like, my Tengu connection with, like, the hat and the nose, like, that, to me, is, like, a bigger telling than, like, you know, the banditry or the... Or like, the sunburn, I guess. I mean, the sunburn, maybe. Her answer made her sound a wee bit like a romanticist. Here, I thought she rejected unrealistic stories like that. Now then. This is where the fun begins, Takano-san brought an end to her storytelling and waits for a moment as if to tantalize us. Suddenly, Shion looked around as if something had caught her eye. Oh? Her head bobbed to and fro like she was making sure nothing had changed. What's wrong, Shion? I'm sorry. Please don't worry about it. She pretended as though nothing had happened. Okay. Takano-san also made sure nothing had happened and then cleared her throat and broached the next subject. I explained that half of the villagers have demon blood. That blood, they actually say, is the blood of the kind of demon that eats people. Oh, that's nice. Man-eating demons. That escalated quickly. That blood still runs through the villagers' veins. That's nice. They say that sometimes the blood awakens from its slumber. I thought the fairy tale had a happy ending, but the humans and demons living in peace. But it began to suddenly change into a brutal, bloody story. Well, they eat people. Yeah. They say that every decade or so, they can't help but want to feast on human flesh. The villagers can't eat other villagers. So when this happens, it's said they descend onto the human villages and conduct onikakushi. Oh. What's an onikakushi? Broadly speaking, it's when a demon kidnaps someone, when a person is demoned away. They say that the villagers of Onigafutsu would overwhelm unfortunate human villages in order to kidnap sacrifices. Takano-san's explanation was plain and simple, but when I imagine what it must have been like, it was terrifying. They lose their human reason. The villagers turned into real demons en masse. They attacked the villages they loathe in the dirty world of the masses below. And then they kill and eat their sacrifices. So they're no different from demons after all. What did Oyashiro-sama do? Was he supposed to be staying in the village and watching over them? Oyashiro-sama knew about it, of course. Onikakushi isn't indiscriminate. The villagers apparently never kidnap anyone other than the sacrifices decided upon by their god. Oh. In the text, it's usually 1 or 2 people. Aha, how coincidental with Watanagashi. A village inhabited by both those human and inhuman. It was like the heartwarming what did I say people's? The heartwarming episode's colors had inverted like negative film, revealing the painful and ugly truth. So on nights when they stole away villagers, they would feast on their kidnapped sacrifices, which is why the nights came to be known as Watanagashi. Tonight's festival was Watanagashi. I just couldn't reconcile the fun festival with the horrible tale Takano-san was telling me. Watanagashi, well, wasn't it? Was it about giving thanks to the futons we use over the winter or something? Eitan, Wata has another meaning, you know. Oh! Kevin, do you know what it is? It means entrails. Ah! I see. Did they just use it as cotton to like meme? Shion, who had been silent until now, spoke up. Entrails? Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Like fish guts. Wait, what? Like a jigsaw puzzle, the fun times I had today and Takano-san's grotesque tale clicked together in my mind. Watanagashi so gut spilling? I didn't think saying that could ever feel so nauseating. Yes, okay, that's interesting. Kevin, is this wait, hold on. I'm gonna actually just pull up G-Show. I feel like that'd be funnier. I feel like this is more up your alley. When I say G-Show and G-Show. Wow. What that? Wait, cotton plant? All right, here. I see. Watanagashi? Wagashi would be... Okay, let me do it like this then. Nah? No? Would it be like this? No? I don't know what the kanji would be. Does it show in the game? Ah, no, it doesn't show when I do this. No! Well, it shows the beginning. Let's just do this. For what? Oh, so... What the... Yeah, right here. So they made the connection? Okay, hold on. So you know how Watanagashi was cotton drifting? Or cotton drifting festival, right? Watanagashi? They're saying that it's not wata as in cotton plant. It's wata as in entrails. Or intestine. Or actually, no, not intestine. Well, it's the same. It's the same thing. Different reading, though. Wata as in entrails. And I was just wondering what gashi is. You see? Yeah. So what part is So is Gashi just drifting? Nagashi. Oh yeah, I forgot the Nagashi. Nagashi. Sink. Oh, this one. So. Ugh. This, okay, so this is how the flow. I see. So it's this. Yes. It says you imagine my Abada-kun. Right now, the Watanagashi festival might just be somewhat early summer festival occurring every June, but it used to be different. It used to be a ghastly cannibalistic feast held on the night of the villagers had collected their unfortunate dinner. But that can't be true. I had no real reason to say that, but I couldn't help it. My Abada-kun, the Watanagashi is a ritual about purifying futons, right? What do you think the futons filled with cotton, with wata represent? The entrails? Futons are futons! They're beds! They're things for sleeping in. What else could they possibly represent? I was rattling on, desperately attempting to deny the horrible festival that Takano was describing. Deep down, however, I found myself understanding all too well what she meant. Futons stuffed with cotton. If the cotton represented entrails in both pronunciation and meaning, then entrail-filled futons would have to be humans. Why don't you think back to the offertory dance Rika-chan performed? Do you know what she was doing up there? No, I don't. I didn't even watch the whole thing anyway. Oh, shh, Kate-chan, you're getting too worked up. Don't grab one of my ears, reminding me that this wasn't somewhere I should raise my voice. Even so, I can't suppress this agitation I felt. Rika-chan was carrying a festival hoe. Probably realized it already, but that's not a hoe for plowing fields. Is it for killing people? It's a tool for dissecting human bodies. Ow! Damn. Damn, she really is on him, all over him. Wow. I didn't see the dance all the way through, so I don't know what kind of performance Rika-chan was putting on after I left. When I told this to Takano-san, she kindly explained Rika-chan's dance to me. To summarize what she said after what I'd seen, Rika-chan would pierce the futons with that hoe, cut them open, and pull out the cotton inside. She cut the cotton out one bit at a time and set it afloat. That's the kind of ritual it was. Broadly speaking, it was quite the bombastic ceremony, where they rip out the guts and throw them into a basin. And then the ritual was over. It's thought that afterwards, the villagers, each with a different role, dismantled the flesh piece by piece and feasted upon it. That's nice. Hehe. Takano-san strangely happily giggled. I felt, for some reason, violent displeasure. Rika-chan, every day during our lunch break, she'd take our rice-pounding mallet into the schoolyard, and she worked so hard, sweat and bullets, to practice for the offertory dance she had done today. All that effort, all that work, Takano-san disgraced it. Even though she worked so hard to practice for today. Takano-san, I think you should choose your words more carefully. Kei-chan's pretty naive, so please don't tease him so much. Damn. A moment before I opened my mouth to express how angry I was, Shion stopped me. Shion must have been fully aware of how that story made me feel. I'm sorry. I thought you'd like a story with that sort of shock value since you're a boy. Takano-san spoke without a hint of malice as she smiled gracefully. After hearing that, did you figure out what kind of stuff is in the storehouse, Kate-chan? See, look. Shion pointed out one of the walls vaguely illuminated by the lantern's light. You're just focused on the Shion? Damn. There was Mere months ago, they held my interest. They were just boring-looking tools lined up on the shelves. All those uninteresting tools that I didn't understand how to use. They all suddenly took on a new meaning, and I couldn't help but let out a groan. At first, they had looked like carpentry tools, like chisels or planes. However, when I thought back, I'd seen pictures of these sorts of tools before. Yeah, they came up in a Japanese history textbook. Yes, on the page introducing the Katai Shincho, or the new text on anatomy. Did anyone die yet? No, they're just looking at dissecting equipment though. These sorts of things. They're printed realistically in the literature of Germany, capital of the medical world. Not anymore. Capital of the medical world. These aren't carpentry tools. These strangely shaped tools, they're for dissection. Everyone knows that in the Edo period, they would dissect the corpses of those who had been put to death in order to gain knowledge about Western medical techniques. Yeah. Illustrations of the dissection tools they used at the time came up in textbook supplements. The things hung up on this wall all looked exactly the same as those. Germany, capital of the what? If you want a scarier way of looking at it, think of them as cooking utensils. Ah, okay. Hehe. Takano-san, holding the lantern, the only light source in the room, led us along the wall. She had the only light, so I had to walk after her whether I liked it or not. Look! Takano-san illuminated a coiled chain which left a bigger impression than the other things we saw. The chain itself was nothing unusual, but further along it were metal fetters that were like hinges, clearly meant for binding people. That's nice. Did you stay up all night reading Mutsuki Doujins again? No, I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 with some of my friends. Oh, Kei-chan, look at that. Shion tapped me on the shoulder and pointed to a restraining table that was clearly shaped like a person. My spine froze. My blood felt like it was turning into sherbet, yeah, as it crawled up my back. Got ads, so I don't know what you said last 15 seconds. On each of the joints, there were things like chains and iron balls attached. It was like the table was searching for its next sacrifice, ready to spread their arms wide and close them in. Hold on, K-chan, yeah. It's probably a chopping block. I think you strapped the sacrifice down to prep them for eating. Of course, chopping block sent a jolt through my body. When I looked more closely, there were many dark slices carved into it, as though from a knife or saw. There were more clear-cut signs of usage you could ask for. It proved these tools weren't just for show, they were used for their original purpose. If someone was strapped tightly into this table, they probably wouldn't be able to move even a muscle. Your guts would be defenseless. You'd take one of those eerie cooking knives lined up over there, stab them with it. And then you slice it in their belly and dissect them. I'd heard the stories, but this is incredible. Before coming here, Shion had mentioned she had a good guess of what was inside, but it seems to have exceeded her imagination. There's still more. How about it? More fascinating than a wax museum, isn't it? Takano-san had this happy expression like she was visiting a toy store for the first time. Boy, torture equipment. I don't get it. This Mio Takano person had nerves of steel. Are these bizarre, grotesque objects that fascinating to her? I mean, yeah. Shion's face when she sees my mod status in 3 different platforms. So wait, 3 different platforms? Like, what do you mean? What? Oh, is it including Discord? Yeah. This YouTube and Discord. I'm in. Head moderator moment. I, for one, was not enjoying myself. I'll be frank. It was all too weird for me. Though there was something even more horrifying than all this. That would be none other than Takano herself. Yeah. Takano-san, holding the lantern, giving off such a thin beam of light, suddenly turned it off. Then I would... Wait, what would I do when the next moment everything went totally dark? That's why I was scared. Takano-san had the only light. And anyway, I was scared. At that point, Shion had started holding onto my shirt sleeve. Hell yeah. Don't make subreddit. If you become a Reddit mod, oh my god. What would you do, sir? It was a little annoying to walk like that, but I didn't shake her off. 95! Bond 95. How am I keeping up even with a job? I like how you have a job and I don't now. It's that minor sensation allowed me to feel the presence of an ally here and now. Before I had even walked halfway through the storehouse, the air I felt on my skin changed completely. These cruel tools lined up, all crammed together in this place. Some more horrible ones that made me take away sacrifice's freedom, and some more tools made to efficiently disassemble and prepare the bodies for consumption. Those were just things I understood. There were plenty of other strange-looking objects that I couldn't even guess the purpose of. Now that I was here, I didn't have the slightest desire to hear the details about what sort of terrifying reason they were meant to be used for. Minor sensation. At the very least, they were all completely different from the sort of clean, simple killing function of a katana. Tools to kill people were obviously constructed in such a way that they could kill people. If that was the goal, then the person you used them on would obviously end up dead. The kinds of tools here, however, were different. Tools that were here were for cutting people, for crushing them, for boiling them and cooking them, and for grinding them. They were tools of torture. They were made to kill people. People dying was just an incidental result. Actually, they might not even kill them. If the sacrifices could die during such a horrifying ritual process, that would be nice, but they don't even need to die in the end. They remain in a state of hellish pain. Perhaps they were only being allowed to live. Only now, in this moment, did I fully realize just how terrified and fearsome that difference was. People, you see. Most of these wouldn't kill them if used properly. Takano-san, if reading my mind, displayed a shocking smile. Burning at the stake, the famous method of execution for witches, will kill the person immediately. I mean, yeah. When the body suffers extreme burns on the skin all over, the decomposition of the skin chemicals makeup produces poison-like symptoms and causes an immense shock to the victim. Why do you know so much about this? Though I suppose it's still very cruel compared to the guillotine. You have to wait far longer than that to happen. He describes such horrors in a strangely medical way. Shion immediately answered the question I had. Takano-san is a nurse. Okay. There's a saying that nothing can scare a doctor. I guess it's true. I mean, to be fair, they have to, like, see people with ailments, so. Oh, and also, there was a method of execution in ancient Rome where they would grill the person. Yummy. It's like a barbecue. They would cover the person in wire netting and slowly cook them over a charcoal fire. I think the memories of when I went to a day camp with family would come rushing back now about time so vividly. That's what it was like. Apparently, they wouldn't die too easily for some reason. According to one source, even if they roasted one side of a person to a crisp for the entire night, they would still be conscious and end up speaking fluently. It's insane, you grill someone the whole day and they still be conscious? It's said that ancient Rome, famous for their executions, thought of plenty of ways to execute someone while having the victim stay alive as long as possible. That's nice. Among them, there was one method where they would open the gut, pull out the intestines like sausages, pull them up with a winch, and put them on public display. Shion was behind me, clinging to me. Not just because she was scared, she was protecting her stomach. You wouldn't think someone with their intestines pulled out would die instantly, right? Actually, as long as you do it tenderly and thoroughly. It's apparently possible to pull them out while the person is still conscious. I felt the sick feeling in my stomach. It was like my organs were coiling up, just from Takano-san's stare. No pulling them out with a winch, it was a rather exaggerated method. I heard people die from heart attack because of pain and being burnt alive. Probably. In a more barbaric way, They might slice open the gut, then cut the intestines out and throw them everywhere. Quite imaginable that they did dreadful thing. It's quite imaginable they did dreadful things like that too, isn't it? However, those being put to death are conscious. It must be far more terrifying than painful. Spoke with pleasure as if she had come here on a sightseeing trip. I heard Shion gulping multiple times near my ears. Perhaps Hinamizawa, or rather Onagafuchi village, did something like that for the Watanagashi festival. Listen, if you try hard, can't you hear it? I want nothing more than to not hear anything at all. So why only at times like these do I begin to hear things I shouldn't be able to? Ooh, bells. Takano-san, haven't realized she scares Shion and I enough at this point, smiling soothingly. Then she turned on her heel, raised the lantern, and began to walk again. If Takano-san left us here, we'd get even further away from the light. Shion and I, no matter how scared we were forced to follow Takano-san along on her field trip to the ritual storehouse. At least you have a cute girl with you, like, come on. I suppose we've seen a bit of everything. See? This place is interesting, isn't it? She says, raising the lantern high in the center of the storehouse. The dim lighting didn't change, but for some reason, it felt like I was able to see all those horrible tools at once. Kei-chan, look up. Jones stammered while grabbing the nape of my neck. I couldn't tell because it was so dark, but there were a lot more tools hanging from the ceiling as well. They all looked like they were made of iron bars, but then I figured it out. Cages. Ooh, gibbets? For cages, they were very small. Yes, gibbets! Cramped cages just for one, like a casket. If you got locked up in there. No, you wouldn't get locked up inside. It was another tool meant for restraining people, where the iron bars would squeeze you tightly. So many big and large things of all shapes were hanging down. Takano-san's mention of execution by grilling crossed my mind. We weren't just surrounded on all sides by these terrifying instruments. Things crowding the ceiling were even hanging over our heads. There are many of these sorts of bird cages among European torture devices. I know, they're called gibbets. I'm surprised to see them in Japan as well. Kei-chan, is there something in there? A person? A mummy? Eh? Where? Shion desperately pointed to one of the many human-sized bird cages hanging from the ceiling, but I couldn't tell which one she meant. Being that dark, there wasn't any way you could tell if something was there in the first place. I don't see anything. You sure you're not seeing things? Shion didn't seem convinced, but without a means to confirm for ourselves, we couldn't do much but wonder. My Bada-kun, after seeing this, have you come to believe in all of it? The countless terrible rituals passed down in Hinamizawa? Got nothing to do with believing in them. Now that I've been shown the real thing like this, there's no possible way to deny it. Even the nations of Europe, with all their beautiful landscapes and legends, were like a maelstrom during the terrible witch hunts in the Dark Ages. Damn. Well known that the area gave birth to countless gruesome forms of torture and execution. Japan was the same way. Didn't it have its own Arab hellscape like torturous feasts because of religious suppression and things of that nature? Hinamizawa itself had such a period, had that much history behind it. Even in Europe, land of the witch hunts, that was all far in the past, no more than a series of historical events. And in this age, nothing that abnormal would ever happen, you'd think. That must apply to Hinamizawa as well. Just as Europe had its Dark Age, Hinamizawa had one too. That's how this should be taken. Even if these things were all really happening in Hinamizawa, they're all long past. They don't have anything to do with the people living in Hinamizawa right now. Now I used this one last week. My Bada-kun really do like this village. It didn't sound like she was making fun of me. Takano-san gave me a light smile. Takano-san, you're researching whether those customs survived into the present. You are, right? Shion suggested something that made my heart leap into my throat. Yeah, we still use these. I used it last week. You telling me that these horrible things are still going on even today? What I'm about to tell you is a secret, alright? Okay. I told you, Shion-chan, because you're an understanding person, but the other villagers don't want to hear it. Things go awry. I could be ganged up on and punished. Shion flashed a devilish smile as if reveling in the immortality of it. Ayabata-kun, you keep it a secret too, okay? If this gets out, I could suffer Oyashiro-sama's curse or be made into a sacrifice. If it's the curse, then I wonder what kind of death it'll be this year. Oh, okay. If it's the sacrifice, then I will be thrown into the Onigafuchi swamp while still alive. It is tonight, you know. Yeah. The night of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Takano-san said, bringing her face right up close to ours, as if to say that if she had the chance, or that she had the choice, she'd rather suffer the curse. I mean, yeah, usually. That was what she was seemed to imply. Takano-san took a fairly worn notebook out of her paper bag, began to flip through its pages. There were all sorts of references and newspaper clippings attached to them, and it had all manner of things written inside. Letters were very small and bunched together, so I couldn't tell at a glance what it was about. Well, I'd really like to see, what I really like to do is search through the National Library for newspapers from the era, but here it is. A photocopy of a page from some book was slid into the notebook, and it, too, was written in small, tight lettering. Like other pages, I couldn't tell what it was about just by glancing at it. This is a story that actually happened. It was around the end of the Meiji era. Okay, so what was that? The 20s? When did the Meiji era end? The 20s or 30s? Oh, no, that was Taisho. No, Taisho's after. When did Meiji end? Oh, yeah, the 10. Or not 10, so the 10s. 1912. What do I have mixed up in between? What was after Meiji? Taisho, yeah. Isn't that what I said? Wait, I was right then. And then it was Shiwa, right? Taisho. Showa, yeah, okay, Showa. And we're in the Heisei right now. Yes. Oh, no, we're in Reiwa. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He stepped down. I forgot Heisei stepped down. Okay. Reiwa, yeah. No, I forgot about that. Heisei is when we were born? Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Maybe not Arinami. This is a story that actually happened. It was around the end of the Meiji era. They discovered an unknown mangled corpse, the victim of a murder in Onigafuchi village. An old newspaper clipping attached to the page spoke of something that was no mere rumor or fairy tale. We don't have most police documents from the time anymore, so it's all based on oral tradition and memories. See, it's not very clear, but it looks like a cutout of a newspaper from the Meiji era. Never before has there been a corpse treated with such cruelty and inhumanity. Could it be the work of a demon? Being a copy of a copy, it wasn't very hard to make out It was very hard to make out, but it was more than enough to make me feel strangely tense. Bro, missed important link. Oh, I didn't see. Wait, hold on. How important is this link, sir? Who is this? Oh, is this from Higurashi? Mion? The is it Takano Mion? Oh man. I'm not a big fan of her though. Kind of a hag. Near the end of the Meiji era, in old Onegafuchi village, a mangled corpse was discovered. That's nice. Takano, yeah. The identity of the corpse was unknown. It wasn't even in a state where it could be identified in the first place. It was missing a head, and each limb was separated from the body. Skin had been peeled off the entire body, and there were markings that implied terrible torture in every place imaginable. I am a hag lover, damn. Unfortunate. Not only that, but the belly had been cut open by a sharp knife, with the entrails completely dragged out. You know, you're not a hag lover, Adenami, you just like women your own age. The police immediately began an investigation, but since they couldn't even determine the identity of the victim, much less the criminal, finding answers is extremely difficult. You understand what it must have been like? I couldn't imagine such a strange sight, even if I tried. This is the first time I was ever thankful for my lack of imagination. And the victim was skinned while still alive, underwent all kinds of torture, and was killed brutally. That's nice. The author here also thinks that even after death, the remains were divided and dissected even further, the epitome of inhumanity. I am of the opinion that the entire process was performed while the person was still alive, though. What do you think, Maibara-kun? Spoke in a way intended to make me imagine even more vicious things. As I grew older, I became more lolicon than the younger guys. Maybe you just yearned to be a father. As my brain was already far over capacity, however, there was no way I could imagine anything more brutal. Then, when I broke my gaze from Takano-san's, those strangely shaped weird tools were all around us. I wonder if you could faithfully reproduce the mutilated corpse discovered at the end of the Meiji era with the tools found in this place. Probably. I want to deny it. I don't want to admit that something so terrible could have happened at all. Even so, they were so strange, so terrifying, these tools, and as if they had seen through my attempt to escape from them, they did nothing but ridicule me silently. So, that creepy incident, what was it in the end? The author says that regarding Onegafuchi village's dreadful customs, they survived into recent post-Meiji days, and that perhaps they last until around the beginning of the Showa period. Okay, so, yeah. This corpse, at a glance, appeared to have been brutally killed after a period of torture. In actuality, however, it was the pitiful sacrificial remains of the man-eater's terrifying feast. The corpse was just leftovers. It was so fantastic, so strange that it didn't feel real. This is an extension of the legends too. It happened in the Meiji era, though, which is just too recent to be called a legend. Also, there's a newspaper clipping right here to suggest it. Okay, but even if it really happened, it was a long time ago, right? I mean, the Meiji era ended 100 years ago. That's all. Only 100 years ago. Oh. Besides, it kept happening even after the beginning of the Showa period. Like with the uproar around the post-war. Oh. Hand flesh incident? Oh, I apologize. That story was taboo, wasn't it? Not gonna immediately stop talking as if worried about Shion. Shion briefly looked somewhat angry, but that expression soon disappeared. Takano-san, what did you say? Hand flesh? Just then, there was a huge creaky noise. Everyone whipped around to look. It was Tomitake-san who had opened the door slightly. Ah ha ha ha. Did I startle you? Oh, Jiro-san, could you not resist seeing inside? This is a splendid treasure trove of torture devices. I'll pass on that. Ha ha ha. I'm bad with this sort of thing by nature. Takano-san held her stomach and had to muffle her laughter as she wanted to make a comment about his masculinity. Damn. In any case, dance and ceremony are over, and everyone's going down the stream. The festival will be over within minutes. Oh, that's no good. My Buttercup is such a good listener that I couldn't help telling stories. I'd really rather you not mention me in a place like this. Yuta-san, could you wait out front? I want to take a few pictures. There are actually a lot of tools I'd like to bring home, but we obviously can't do that. Takano-san took a camera out of her paper bag and began to snap photographs. It looked like she was having fun, like she was on a scavenger hunt. Ch.2, are you leaving too? I've seen enough. Shion, you're good too, right? Let's get out of here. I want some fresh air. I agree. Let's leave. I did feel a bit of hesitation at leaving Takano-san by herself in this darkness. When I thought about it though, I realized that whatever kinds of evil spirits and ghosts lurked in the darkness, none of them could hold the candle to how scary she was. Wow. Even if a phantasm were to appear, she'd be overjoyed and flash her camera at it. A phasmophobia moment. It seemed like Shion shared my somewhat rude mental images. We exchanged glances and smiled painfully. We left Takano-san there, bathed in the strobe of camera flashes, and decided to leave the ritual storehouse. Everyone at the festival seemed to have gone to the stream, so their voices were very distant. The voices of the bugs, on the other hand, were clear, lending an empty feeling of isolation to the place. How was it? Interesting? Tomitake-san gave us a somewhat mischievous grin. He should have been able to tell by looking at how pale our faces were. I should have kept watch outside with you, Tomitake-san. Ahahaha. Tomitake-san's laughed so delightfully that it wiped away our dark feelings. How did you fare, Shion-chan? Were you scared? I was prepared for it, so I wasn't too afraid, but then the real thing was powerful. She spoke like she wasn't scared at all. She really had been quite afraid, but seeing how I was in such a way worse state than her, I didn't have much room to talk. As Tomitake-san grinned candidly, my mind, exhausted and locked up by nervousness, began to calm itself. Was Takano-san an adult about this little expedition? You know how she seemed like a child sometimes? I was worried she'd be way too excited. Both she and I laughed and left that as our answer. Hopefully, she was only looking at things. I'm worried she'll sneak something out of there or mess with a ritual implement too much and break it or something. Right, that was quite possible. She was alone in there right now. She might pilfer something small and easily concealed, hiding it in her pocket. Ah, yes. I can see that. She even said what I was thinking. You're sure she didn't break anything? I could clearly hear some noises like someone jumping up and down. I was getting pretty nervous. I'm sorry. I ran out of film. Yuta-san, if you have any more, can I use some? Takano-san suddenly appeared while we were talking about her, taking everyone by surprise. Tomitake-san smoothly grinned and responded as if nothing had happened. It was pretty mature. Ahahaha. I'm all out of spare film. Sorry about that. Please. You won't win any Pulitzer prizes by not stocking the film for any occasion, you know. I suppose that's it then. Tomitake-san scratched his head apologetically. Without film, we're done here. Takano-san seemed to have given up because of that too. We checked carefully to make sure we hadn't left anything inside, then closed the door and turned to the heavy padlock we left beside it. Takano-san, you didn't sneak anything out, right? How rude. I'm trying not to be that childish. Click. Tomitake-san set the padlock back the way it was before. From a cursory glance, it didn't look like thieves had snuck it at all. Okay, let's get over to the stream ourselves. If we don't at least get some cotton afloat, there won't be any point in coming to the festival. Tomitake-san spoke brightly, urging us to all go on. Setting cotton afloat down the stream. I shook my head a few times, driving away my dismal thoughts as to the double meaning. Takano-san, looking a little let down, kept turning back to glance at the ritual storehouse. Let's just leave it at that, alright? You saw enough to sate your curiosity, didn't you? Oh no, not at all. Everything I found only renewed my interest. All those stories and legends suddenly hold water. After today, I'm gonna have to change the way I look at all this. She truly is indomitable. Curiosity really feels like something else. Still interested in all this, through and through. We descended the stone stairs, and all the people crowding the stream came into view. Near the bottom of the stairs, we could clearly see people receiving cotton that had been cut for them, and then wishing upon the cotton and setting it afloat down the stream. The festival was already over. Damn, I missed my chance to photograph the best part of Watanagashi. Oh, but it's not too late. I'm gonna go set some afloat. Perhaps you could take pictures of me. Takano-san, with an impish expression, brought her head to Tomatake's shoulder. Oh. Despite his age, he looked embarrassed. I felt an honest respect for Tomatake-san, man to man, for dating such a handful of a woman. Women. Goodbye, then. Mayabara-kun. Shion-chan. We're going down to the stream. Would you like to come with us? No, I couldn't get in your way. Please take your time. Shion waved her hand to them with an expression just as impish as Takano-san's. Tomatake-san on his part seemed to want us to come, but whatever. Shion gave a big stretch and sat down on the stone steps. Hehehe, I'm pretty worn out. Same here. I'm exhausted too. Kate-chan, this is your first Watanagashi, isn't it? You go on, don't mind me. I'm tired, so I like to stay away from the crowd. Yeah, if we were to go now, we'd barely slip into the end of the cotton drifting ceremony. My sister and your other friends might be looking for you too. Go on. Oh yeah, right. They've been by themselves ever since we got separated. I'd feel bad if they were looking for me. And Shion suddenly got a playful look on her face that put her index finger to her lips as if telling me to keep this a secret. My sister is the type that gets really jealous. If she knew that I was hogging you this whole time, she'd never let me hear the end of it, so keep tonight a secret, okay? Keep tonight a secret. Don't say things that are so embarrassing. Not only because of that, either. Considering what we were doing tonight, we really need to keep it a secret. Oh yeah, Shirosama's curse might happen tonight, and if we four were to be the prime candidates, loosely threads of tension became taut again. Shion, however, burst out laughing. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here before I run into my sister. I really am tired, so I don't have the endurance to put up with her anyway. Can't tell if you get along with her or not. We get along. So as she said that, her vague expression explained that there are a lot of oddities in the relationship between the twins. I'm an only child, so I don't really get it. Make sure to get along with her, okay? Right, thank you kindly for your meddling. Okay, I'm gonna go. Should hurry up if you want to make it, Kate-chan. Watanagashi really is about to end. Shion stood up and brushed the dust off her backside. A couple are gonna die. Probably. They died last time, remember? In the last game. After watching her do so, I returned my eyes to the final ceremony of the Watanagashi festival below me. Seriously though, what is that sound anyway? It was kind of unpleasant and creepy. Huh? What sound? The sound. You know, the banging noise? Really loud, wasn't it? Giving her a blank expression, so Shion stared hard at me. I stared hard at her too. Sorry, Shion. Give me the short version. What was making noise? Wait, Kei-chan. Didn't bother you? When all said and done, it was like we were speaking two different languages. Shion? Explain it to me without jokes from the beginning, will you? What's this about a noise? Kei-chan, quit joking around too. Really, honestly, it didn't bother you? Neither of us was given any ground. And both of us were staring at the other in disbelief. We were answering questions with more questions, with no sign of an actual conversation in sight. Baffled, I held the urge to shout at her and ask politely one more time. I'm gonna ask one more time, okay? I'll ask the questions. Judd nodded silently. Okay, here it goes. You said there was a sound. What were you talking about? The banging sound. Like a kid was jumping up and down on the floorboard somewhere far away. Really didn't bother you? There's nothing to be bothered by. When did you hear this? I never heard anything. Wait, Kei-chan. Are you serious? Jin, as if she didn't understand my plain and simple answer, pressed me further, her expression serious. I have no clue what she was talking about. But if it was Shion acting so like this, whatever it was, it gave me the creeps and sent a chill down my spine. So we were looking around the inside of the ritual storehouse with Takano-san. At the time she started her stories, I think it was. Little by little, louder and louder, off and on. Heard banging sound like a child jumping on distant floorboards. That can't be true. Don't start trying to scare me after all that. I didn't hear anything at all. In fact, it was so utterly silent in there that my own heartbeat was almost deafening. Please don't try to scare me either, Kei-chan. It was like something was making noise in time with Takano-san's scary stories, and I was like totally creeped out the whole time. The chill rose from my spine to the back of my head. My blood turned cold as it crawled up my body. When it reached my head, my mind froze over. You and Takano-san weren't paying any attention to it at all, so I pretended not to hear it either, but you heard it, right? It happened a bunch of times, and it was really loud. Shion's eyes were begging me to tell her I heard it. I had no doubt, however, that my own eyes suggested something entirely different. Hey, you've got to be kidding, look. In the storehouse, we were surrounded by brutal ritual tools that looked like they were from another planet, listening to terrifying old stories. The whole time, Shion had been hearing a sound that we couldn't hear by herself. Did that make Shion, who heard it, tremble, or should it make me, who didn't hear it, tremble? I didn't know the answer to that at the time. For now, Shion seemed to have made that decision before I did. Ah, ha, 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 ha. What are you laughing about? I really got you, Kei-chan. I was fibbing the whole time. What? Shion laughed, saying how easily scared I was, and clapped me on the back. Her smile seemed somehow artificial, and actually made me feel worse. And after leaving me with 2 or 3 generic diplomatic goodbye phrases, she left, almost like she was running away. All I could do was look after her, my mouth agape. At the end of the day, I didn't have a clue what was going on. She laughed it off and said she had been lying, but couldn't possibly have been lying. Of course not. Now that I think back, Tomitake-san said the same thing, didn't he? I could clearly hear some noises like someone jumping up and down. Yeah. I was getting pretty nervous. Tomitake-san, the most neutral party present at the time, had said he heard something. Then, that noise. It was real? The banging sounds? Sounds as though a child was jumping up and down on some kind of floorboards far away. Oyashiro-sama's curse, which happens every year, might happen again tonight. The most plausible victim candidates were Takano-san, Tomitake-san, Shion, and me. The bustling of the people sounded further away than I would have liked, and the sounds of the insects sounded too close for comfort. I'm near so much human warmth, and yet I can't ever go back there again. That was the ominous idea that spread in my mind. Then all of a sudden, I was pounced on from behind, causing my heart to lurch. Rika! Nippon! Eiichi, we found you! It was Rika-chan. I turned around, Mion, and ran over there too. We finally found you. Now we just need to find Satoko. Everyone got split up this year. We should make sure we have somewhere to meet up afterwards next year. How? You're right. It's a festival, so we should all be together. I listened to Mion's happy declaration with a little bit of guilt. Eiichi, did you root for me while I was dancing? Yes. Yeah. So, you did a great job all the way through. No mistakes either. Yeah. That's right, Rika-chan. That didn't count as a mistake. I tensed up as I realized I made a mistake of my own. Mion slapped a hand on my shoulder a little roughly. A gross sweat broke out over my whole body. Did you do it too, Kei-chan? Did you get some cotton and send it down the stream? You haven't yet, right? Is what I could feel her saying. Not the courage to tell any more lies, I lifelessly shook my head. Huh? You haven't, Keiichi-kun? You go now, it'll be over. It'll be over. Sorry. This is my first Watanagashi, so I don't really understand the rules and stuff. That's right. I'm sorry. Mion took my hand and we started walking down the stone steps. Hey, Kei-chan? What? Did you see Shion? No. My heart skipped another beat. Maybe Mion gets just by surprise to my hand. No, well, I sort of think I saw her, maybe. You two look so alike, though, so it might have been you. You wouldn't have gotten that wrong. We're wearing different clothes. Could have changed. Yeah, that's right. Mion's momentary silence was like a death grip upon me. I just can't do anything about this, Shion. Well, it's her we're talking about, so we can just leave her be. Mion's expression returned to her former usual smile, and we continued down the stone steps, her firmly pulling my hand along. Okay. I mean, it's almost been 3 hours. Wow. Okay, I'm a lot less tired than yesterday, I guess. I am pretty tired doing this, so. Okay. I will say I won't do these today. We'll start the next one with the notes like before. So yeah. I think that's good. Did someone die already? Come on, man, let it cook. I think we're fairly close. Like there was 11 or was there 11 or 12 chapters first time? We just finished chapter 7. So we'll probably get to deaths like on the next or like the one after that. We'll see. All right, I think this is it for today though. Tomorrow, what do we do tomorrow? When is what day is it? Okay, yeah. So we'll do Pragmata tomorrow maybe. Or Silk Song, probably Pragmata. We haven't done Pragmata in a while. I need to get back into that rhythm. And then we'll have wait. Oh no, I have the day wrong. So there's 2 days until Malkuth, right? Momo Talks? We can do Momo Talks. Whichever one people want to do. Momo Talks or Pragmata? I guess we could decide on Discord maybe. I don't know. If not, if I'm like, well, I shouldn't be that busy. I'm probably gonna be playing more Subnautica. I've been doing that lately. When Shaw comes back from vacation, we'll do some Subnautica too. You work when Malkuth comes out? Damn. Have to deal with job in Blue Archive? That's hard. Okay. Alright. It'll be it though. Glorb? Yeah, Glorb. Alright. We bye. We bye, guys. Bye bye. Yeah.